Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Lota here, back with another Persona 5X video. Now, in today's video, we are going to be talking about the long-awaited beginner's guide that I told y'all I was going to upload yesterday, but that didn't happen because your boy forgot to get a thumbnail, and then my file corrupted. So, yeah, anyways, here we are. Now, before we get into the video, as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. It is greatly appreciated. We are 40 subs away from hitting 1K, and as always, your boy streams live here on YouTube and Twitch. Twitch is in the description below, alongside the new Discord with my boy Bladesifer, where we are hosting giveaways and just overall great community for you Persona fans to come be in. But that's not what y'all are here for. Y'all are here for the beginner's guide. So without further ado, let's get into it. Gotcha. Anyone else hate the one part of a game that you can't control? Well, yeah, in gacha games it'd be Gambling Simulator, aka the banners. Now, to sum up gacha for people that don't really play these type of games, it's basically a slot machine. You put in-game currency in, and you literally sit there and pray and hope what you get. Now, obviously, I'm not going to act like there's a way to manipulate gacha. It's all about pure chances. But what I will do, however, is tell you what you should be aiming for in that gacha. The very first 5-star you should be aiming for in gacha is our boy Joker. Now, I've talked about him quite a bit on stream, but he's just too strong of a 5-star to pass up. I'm pretty sure he is the #1 5-star in the game right now. His overall AoE damage is way too strong, and that single target just makes him too great. Alongside the fact that he can literally get an extra turn just for playing the game. It's way too strong. Now, another thing I want to mention. Do not pull on the standard banner. Or not, my bad. Don't pull on the starter banner. I keep getting starter banner and standard banner mixed up. Do not pull on the starter banner when you start the game if you want to cover all your bases. The reason for this is because the rates between starter banner and standard banner are literally no different at all. So there's no point in pulling on starter banner when you can be pulling on standard banner and build up your 300 pity for a free 5-star of your choosing over time a lot easier, because regardless you're dumping, I think about, and I could be wrong, but I think you're dumping about, I think, 48 pulls into beginner banner, whereas on standard banner you're dumping 50 pulls on the dot, but you're at least getting that 50 to go towards your 300 overall. Now, speaking from my point of view, I'm about 6 days into China and I've done about 90 pulls on the standard banner, but had I done my beginner banner pulls on standard, I'd be around 140 right now, which is already half of the way through 300, which is what we need to get a free 5-star. Now, in terms of standard banner characters, the 5-star that you are going to be wanting the absolute most are Rin and Morgana. Now, a few other 5-stars that are pretty good are going to be Riddle and On. Now, unfortunately, as you guys can see, I've left out my boy Ryuji out of the conversation. I'll go over each of them really quickly, but for starters, in this exact order, you want Rin, Mona, Panther. Oh, my bad. Rin, Mona, Riddle, Panther, and then Ryuji. The reason for that is because Rin extremely helps out Joker. Morgana is the #1 healer in the entire game. No one can contest with him, and no one will ever probably contest with him. Riddle, because she's an extremely busted support character. On, because she's just an overall great DPS. And then Ryuji at the bottom of this here, because while he is a good DPS also, there's not enough physical weakness for you to use him. But my Ryuji fans, even if you all want to use him, I'll be coming out with a team guide tomorrow for you guys. From the start of the game, just follow the main story until you unlock the Battle Pass plus daily missions. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. Use your stamina to farm for skill materials, you know. You should get enough character XP as you play and enough weapon XP just from literally playing the game as well. Skill material mats are the only thing that you're going to really be low on, and even then, you'll max out most of your skills also just playing. But it's always good to stack up on your skill materials as they are guaranteed damage increases. After you complete your daily missions, continue to play through the story until you are at least player level 20. After you hit level 20, you will then want to go to Mementos and start exploring it. Out of around level 20 Mementos, you should be able to almost 100% clear everything. I think the mini bosses are the only thing you will struggle to clear, and at that case, I wouldn't suggest doing the mini bosses at level 20 anyways. I would suggest waiting until you are at least level 30 or 40. I cleared them when I was 30. Now, another thing, complete your side quest and just explore the map as much as you can until you unlock Confidants. You want to familiarize yourself with the game, and you also want to completely adventure around and unlock everything that you can before you start getting into the deeper part of games. Without a doubt, Merope is the most important confidant, and you want to get her to max rank as quickly as possible. Once you unlock the confidant function, make sure that you are clicking on Merope and clicking on the top right. This will now allow you to hang out with her as more frequently possible, and you can also check out the gifts that she likes, and this will raise your confidant level. During the day, just kind of spend your little motivation bars and work until you get an invitation from her to come and hang out. At the end of the hangout, you can gift her one of your gifts that you have bought for her. This is also the fastest way to level up her and any other confidant in the game. But the reason why you want to focus on Merope the most is to unlock stronger personas. And two, she's pretty hot. What can we say? Personas. Now, before I talk about them, I just want to point one thing out. Any Persona fan knows more than well, Persona fusion failures do exist. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how unlucky you are, they do not exist in this game, so do not worry about that. Now, with that being said, once you reach level 20, you can fuse personas, and at this point, I'm going to recommend that you fuse every single persona that you possibly can at this moment. The reason for that is because after fusing enough of personas, you can upgrade your main character with these inspiration points in the character selection tree. It kind of works like a skill tree for your main character, and do not worry, you do not have to do this with every single character, it's just going to be Wonder. Now, some persona recommendations from level 20 to 30 are Janosik, which is his main persona, Jack Frost, Naga, Succubus, and what's the green turtle with the dragon? Give me a second, guys. Ah, yeah, that's his name. Homeboy Genbu. Genbu, Jack Frost, Naga, and Janosik are the 4 personas, or my bad, Succubus also, are the 5 personas that I recommend you guys start grinding out. But like I said, make sure you craft every single persona. Just those 5 personas are going to help you a lot through the early game. Palace exploration. Now, after fusing your personas, you want to make sure that you're continuing through the main story. So that means, playing through the main story, running through the palace, grinding the mini bosses and mementos. And you should honestly, at this point, be able to defeat the first palace pretty easily. But, unlike other games, once you finish the palace, guys, you can go back to the palace. So make sure that you are revisiting the palace after you have beaten the story, and make sure that you are at least getting bare minimum 50% exploration on every single palace that comes to this game. The reason behind that is because once you hit 50% exploration, you will get a new weapon for Wonder. The 5-star weapon in the first palace is a DPS weapon for Wonder, which will enable him to be a stronger DPS, and the 5-star weapon in the second palace is a support weapon, which will allow him to be a cracked out support. And these are completely free weapons that you can get 1 dupe for at maximum exploration, and you can also max dupe them out through other shops in the game for free. Grinding. Now, grinding in this game, just like every gacha, is pretty self-explanatory, and honestly the same for every SMT and Persona game. You're literally just going to continuously keep grinding palaces, bosses. But since this is a gacha, obviously you already know you have your, in quotation marks, domains. Now, basically you're going to be grinding mats for Wonder's weapon once you hit player level 24. After you max out Wonder's weapon, you're just going to be grinding mats that are used to upgrade your party members' skills. And once you get them all maxed out, once you are able to play the second palace, you can start doing the second palace until you reach about player level 30. Once you hit player level 30, make sure that you're fusing new personas once again, grinding up Wonder and your entire team back to, I think now you'd be level 40. Once you hit that level 40 cap, make sure that you're grinding everyone's skills, weapons, and kind of just complete and repeat that cycle until you are about player level 35. And once we hit player level 35, well, let's get into artifacts. Yeah, y'all know it's bad when I literally have to boot up the game to explain this next part. But first, your boy got a free 10 pull. So let's see if like we can get like a Joker. You know. Okay. Sauce. Star. That was scuffed. Sauce. 4-star. Okay, cattle dupe. Closer dupe? Okay. Yeah, that's going in the video. I'm banned. Alrighty. Artifacts. Once you hit level 35, you unlock the artifact system, but I cannot stress this enough. Please do not grind artifacts right away when you are level 35. It is a waste of your stamina. Do, however, grind them when you hit player level 40. You should be able to find a shit ton of artifacts and chests during your exploration of palaces and mementos, so there's no excuse for you spending your stamina right now on like 6 artifacts for 90 stamina. It's not worth it. You'll find a shit ton more just doing typical grinding stuff. So at this point, once you hit 35, just continue doing the exact same cycle. Skill mats, level mats, weapon mats until you are player level 40. Then once you hit player level 40, you can start farming artifacts for your party. Now, once you start farming artifacts, you will see that there are 6 little dungeons here. The first one, right off the bat, is going to be, I'm pretty sure, the HP, like healing set, and the ice set. So first domain is HP healing, or my bad. First domain is healing and ice. Let's see. Second domain is going to be your nuke damage and your reduced damage taken, or my bad, reduced and then nuke damage. So the first set, reduced damage, will be like for your tanks. Nuke is nuke, obviously. Your third domain is going to be your physical and your fire damage. And then your fourth set is going to be your just typical attack-based set and your wind damage boost set. Your fifth domain is going to be your HP set, so just more HP, not recovery or healing. And the set in here is going to be your electric damage for the fourth domain. Or not, my bad, not for the fourth, for the fifth. And for the sixth domain, it is going to be your defense set and your curse damage set. So there you go, guys. Those are the domains that you can grind. What I would technically suggest grinding is, if you have Joker, make sure you're grinding the sixth one for curse and defense. These are obviously 2 good sets. Defense is an overall pretty good set, and obviously you're looking for curse damage here for Joker. Now, if you don't want to go all in for that curse damage right now, what you can instead go ahead and do is grind the fourth set for, attack, which is just overall attack, and wind for, like, Morgana or, like, Sepia. And, not Sepia, Floret. Morgana and Floret. But with that being said, let's go to the next part. Now, when it comes to weapons in this game, there's honestly... it's not too hard of an option. So, first off, each character has their own weapon. Therefore, you aren't leveling up numerous weapons and using them across different characters. You can only use the weapon if it goes with the character. Now, another great thing is that, actually, if we go over to one of my characters over here, if you have, like, a weapon or something, right, and you swap it with a different weapon, your level will transfer over to that weapon as well. So you aren't wasting a lot of materials. So if you max a weapon out, and then suddenly there's a new weapon that's better for that character, or a different weapon that you want to use, you do not have to re-max out the other weapon. Your level will just transfer over. However, though, the dupes will obviously not transfer over. That would be way too OP. But with that being said, yes. So, weapons in this game. Obviously, we have our 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star weapons. Now, I'm just going to be straight up with you guys. 3-star weapons, which are the purple right here, are genuinely not that bad. Like, at all. In fact, I genuinely would say that, guys, you should be using the 4-star weapons on Okayan. Literally, everyone else can use a 3-star weapon. But I say the best 4-star weapon that you should be going for is Okayan's. Now, I unfortunately do not have Okayan's phone. as I started proofreading translations for weapons right after I already used all my 4-star cases. You guys should get, I think, about 4-star weapon selectors. Make sure that you literally just dupe out Okayon's 4-star phone. It's absolutely busted for her. The other characters, you guys will get 4-star weapons for over time as you're like doing pulls on Joker banner. And another thing, Joker, since there's only a singular weapon in the game that he can use, you need to be pulling on weapon banner very slightly. I would recommend, if you really want to, just use your free weapon banner pulls to go for Joker, or at least get his 4-star weapon. If you get his 5-star weapon, congrats, but you're looking for his 4-star here, or not even a 4-star, you're looking for his 3-star. I'm pretty sure he has a 3-star, but a 4-star would be nice for him. Now, outside of that, 5-star weapons. You don't necessarily need to be pulling for 5-star weapons in this game. And the reason behind that is, first off, Joker's is the only cracked out one that you can really rate up right now. But what I will say though is there are a few weapons that I would absolutely say are pretty good. The first one is Joker's, obviously. The second one is going to be Morgana's 5-star weapon. This one's pretty cracked. And Riddle's 5-star weapon, which is also extremely good at helping your support. Now, however, what I am going to say to you guys is do not rate up any of these 3 characters. The reason behind that is because you can get a free 5-star weapon selector for Ryuji, Mona, and On. And out of that, I would select going for Mona, as his weapon gives him more healing procs. Now, outside of your 5-star weapons, which you probably won't be pulling on too hard in this game because 4 stars work. What I will say, however, though, is make sure that, even in doubt, make sure that you're using these like little 3-star collectors to get like something for your characters, because you never want to be losing out on anything with your characters, especially considering that these are literally free weapon things. You can also craft more of these weapon things over time, so it's not like once you get them and use them, you're gonna be all out. Now guys, at the end of the day, remember, this is all just my opinion. This is what I've personally done to get to where I am as quickly as possible. All I'm going to say is that this is just a suggestion. Follow as closely as you want, or as loosely as you want. At the end of the day, make sure you're having fun playing the game, and if this guide doesn't appeal to you and you want to go be free, go do that. I hope you catch up with us. But at the end of the day, guys, that's all I have for this beginner's guide today. I will release a more advanced one probably in the future as, you know, more info comes out or things become easier or harder in the future. I will update this one, obviously, if there's any better routes that we figure out. But guys, thank you all so much for pulling up to the video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to like and subscribe. I hope I helped you guys out. And as always, we stream daily on Twitch and YouTube. In fact, right now I have a stream scheduled, so if you guys want to see what time it is, click on my channel icon and then click the live tab. You should see my stream there. With that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace, everyone.